Well, you have probably been to a theme or amusement park and then you decided to try out that old wooden roller coaster and you instantly regretted that. And you were probably also very disappointed because the roller coaster was so slow and boring, or maybe rough and rattly, perhaps both. And that's why we're going to talk about horrible wooden roller coasters that need the RMC makeover. Oopsie, sorry about the voice crack, but if you didn't know, we got this company called Rocky Mountain Construction and they make great hybrid roller coasters, and this is where they use the leftover wood from former wooden roller coasters that were quite bad. So be sure to like and subscribe, and let's start this list. And the first wooden coaster that needs the RMC treatment is Bandit at Movie Park Germany. What's quite shocking about Bandit is that this coaster opened in 1999, so it isn't really that old. But this horrible Woody is often mentioned as one of the worst roller coasters in the world. And why is that? Well, this ride has a reputation for jackhammering your spine into oblivion. Well, poor track profiling and almost zero smooth transitions mean you're just getting slammed from start to finish. Bandit doesn't roar, it groans. RMC, please help me. And Bandit is not the biggest wooden coaster in the world, with a height of 84 feet /25.6 meters and a speed of 49 miles per hour /79 kilometers per hour. And coming in next is Hurler at Carowinds, and while its twin at King's Dominion got that glorious RMC treatment as Twisted Timbers, this one still sits untouched and unloved. Well, I don't really think we need to speak about the layout on Hurler, but the ride experience is like riding a wooden plank down a gravel hill. It's slow, rough and just sad. And we might as well call RMC and say, well, you already did one, let's finish the job. Now, speaking of stats, we got yet another not so impressive wooden coaster with a height of 83 feet /25.3 meters, a speed of 50 miles per hour /80.5 kilometers per hour. Now, coming in as the next not so special wooden coaster, we got Wild Beast at Canada's Wonderland. Well, it really seems like every crappy wooden coaster has the same height and speed, because Wild Beast is 82 feet tall /25 meters and has a maximum speed of 50 miles per hour /80 kilometers per hour. Now, I have to say that Wild Beast is a classic, but the age hasn't really been kind to this coaster because it has the bones of a great ride, but the execution is just a bit yikes. Many roller coaster enthusiasts just think this coaster hits hard in all the wrong places, turns feel like a square, airtime well more like air pain, and Canada just needs this RMC right now. Now just imagine the lineup at Canada's Wonderland if they got this RMC coaster in the future. Now we need to travel to the steaming hot country of Spain to experience this steaming hot pupucaca roller coaster called Coaster Express at Park Warner Madrid. Now correct me if I'm wrong, I think Coaster Express is Europe's longest wooden coaster, unfortunately. And this one, funny enough, might be one of the most hated roller coasters in the whole world. Coaster Express is built by RCCA, a name infamous in coaster circles because this ride is just a masterclass in bad engineering. This coaster is just very rough, very sluggish, and the layout drags and your body takes the hit. This wooden coaster is quite big with a height of 118 feet /36 meters. The speed is 56 miles per hour /90 kilometers per hour, and then you got this record-breaking length with 4,200 feet, and that is 1,280 meters. Now the next horrible wooden coaster is even bigger, and this is where we got Le Monstre at La Ronde. Well, Le Monstre is a massive dueling woody, but don't let the size fool you right here. Bigger isn't always better, and this coaster is just wild. You have this aggressive layout, but it's completely undermined by brutal tracking. Now what should feel thrilling on the coaster just feels violent and quite rough. This Canadian monstrosity stands 130 feet /39.6 meters tall, and the speed is 59 miles per hour /95 kilometers per hour. Now the next wooden coaster on the list is quite well known, and this is where we got the Boss at Six Flags St. Louis. Now if you only look at the stats on this coaster, the Boss really wants to be legendary. Yeah, it's massive, fast and full of drops, but it's also a back-cracking, rip-rattling mess. The best thing about the Boss is the incredible setting, but it's almost unrideable due to roughness. A full RMC revamp of this huge wooden coaster could make it the best in the Midwest. The stats on this coaster is just incredible. We got a height of 122 feet /37 meters, a speed of 66 miles per hour /106 kilometers per hour, and a length of 5,000 feet /1.5 kilometers. Now coming in as the next wooden coaster, we got Loop Garoo /Werewolf at Walibi, Belgium. This Belgian wooden coaster has haunted thrill seekers since 1998 gate, the coaster looks quite awesome and it sounds cool, but then you ride it and suddenly it's not so good. The coaster layout itself is great, but you have rough transitions and they just ruin the whole layout. But we have already heard rumors about this coaster getting RMC'd in the future, so hopefully. And I have to say these rumors make sense because Wallaby loves to work with RMC. And surprisingly we got yet another wolf on the list, but this time it's Timberwolf at Worlds of Fun. This wooden coaster has a decent set of stats with a height of 100 feet /30 meters, a speed of 53 miles per hour /85 kilometers per hour, and a pretty awesome length. Now listen up, Timberwolf once had a promise, but today it's more of a warning than a welcome, because even after some retracking, this coaster still delivers a ride rougher than a Kansas gravel road. Now sorry about my accent, the layout is basic and the ride feels confused. It's part thrill and part chiropractic session. You just have to give up. It's time to call in the RMC crew. Now the next wooden coaster could be very polarizing, and this is where I got Wolverine Wildcat at Michigan's Adventure. Now if you look at the whole coaster collection at Michigan's Adventure, you don't really have much here, and Wolverine Wildcat sure isn't helping. Now this wooden coaster is just a bag of mixed opinions, but one thing is right, let's just RMC it. Now this is just a classic case of a ride that's just there in the park. Wolverine Wildcat stands 85 feet tall /26 meters, a speed of 55 miles per hour /88.5 kilometers per hour, and so on. Coming in as the next not so great wooden coaster, we got Great American Scream Machine at Six Flags Over Georgia. This roller coaster is just iconic, nostalgic, but it's also one of the roughest rides in the South. Yeah, we have to say the roller coaster has a fitting name, but it just delivers the screams, just not the kind you want. The rumors are true, this coaster has a bit of airtime, but it's paired with brutal landings, jarring turns. Keep the classic structure but iron it out with RMC please. This classic Woody stands 105 feet tall /32 meters and a speed of 57 miles per hour /91 kilometers per hour. This one is one of the biggest and most mysterious wooden coasters out there. We got Magnus Colossus at Terra Mythica. Yeah, this coaster is standing but not operating, but even when it was running it was a nightmare, built by, you guessed it, RCCA. Now just imagine this thing with a full RMC overhaul. Spain would instantly get one of the best coasters in Europe, if not the world. The size and placement of this coaster is just amazing. Magnus Colossus stands 121 feet tall /37 meters. The speed is 62 miles per hour /100 kilometers per hour. But it has unfortunately been standing but not operating for 10 years now. Well, I have caught the last one of the Woodies at Pleasure Beach Resort. This amusement park is just home to many classic roller coasters that are very old. Now I know this one is vague, but really any of those older Woodies at Pleasure Beach Resort could get some love. Now many of these old wooden coasters have a lot of charm, sure, but they also have turns that feel like hitting a pothole at 30 miles per hour. Now I personally think it's time to polish that old British timber. So which one of these very old British wooden coasters should get RMC'd? Nickelodeon Streak, Grand National, or just Big Dipper? Alert, before scrolling away, please consider subscribing for more theme park and roller coaster news. Now remember, I'm always ready to hear your thoughts in the comments below, and then at the end of the day I'm always gonna say bye bye.